What's up, guys? It is Zero, the God, back again with another What's the Meta video. Today's episode 2, and we're going to be talking about Vox. Alright, now, so they did implement a really recent hotfix on Vox. They went ahead and changed a few things of him, and I will be putting a link to the subreddit, or not the subreddit, but the Reddit thread that involved a little bit of his changes, and then putting the real numbers on there. So if you really want to know everything that happened to him in the hotfix, go ahead and check that link out in the description. But other than that, let's get into what was changed. So a few things that was changed is one, they lowered the base weapon damage overall, which is bad for weapon players for Vox. They also lowered Sonic Zoom weapon ratio, and they fixed a bug involving his basic attack cooldown where you would get a faster cooldown, so you'd be able to throw out more basic attacks faster. So now we're going to be going over my favorite build with Vox and my personal favorite way to play him. So my favorite way to play Vox is, and this build can work either jungle or lane, so it's really good. First part is Rush, Serpent's Mask, Clockwork, Boots, Tyrant's Monocle, Tornado Trigger, / Breaking Point. Now you can switch Tornado Trigger and Breaking Point just because all depend on what you need the most, but considering I put Tyrant's Monocle on here, I think this makes more and more sense to have Tornado Trigger just to get the extra critical, and you get basically a half chance every single hit to get a critical hit. So that's really useful, and I think that's one of the best builds as far as me, or the way I play Vox. So that's my build personally. Now I'm gonna go over my few favorite attributes about Vox as a hero. So one of the good things is he can be built both weapon and crystal, or even both at the same time. That's one of the best things about Vox, is he's very versatile. Now I also think that one of the, greater things about him is that he can, I guess with his A ability, he can dodge Celeste, Heliogenesis, and Catherine stuns really well. So when Catherine's running at you with a shield or whatever, you can, just A out of the way pretty much. You can A out of the way and just, dodge it really well. So Catherine's stuns are definitely favorite of mine to dodge with Vox. Now Celeste, you can dodge her Heliogenesis as well as her stun as well, so it's really useful for that. He's really good laning against Celeste because he can dodge around a lot. Now some of the bad things about Vox is, one, he's not too good weapon or crystal. He's a lot better if you build them both together, but if you go either weapon or crystal solo, then you won't have as much power as you would if you went both. So that's one of the bad things. Also, one of the bad things is you pretty much have to run Clockwork. Being that his A and B pretty much rely on each other to do any type of damage at all, you will need Clockwork to throw out those really fast and to get a lot of energy going on your hero. Another bad thing about Vox is he consistently gets changes and updates. There's not one update, I think, at least recent, maybe there might have been one, but I don't even think so, that, he wasn't changed or messed with at all. So he's consistently getting changed, he's consistently getting buffed and nerfed and all this type of stuff. So changes are consistently happening, there's consistently things going on with Vox and his kit. So definitely be aware that, your playstyle will have to adapt as he adapts as a hero also. So final thoughts on Vox. Where is he in the meta right now? He's definitely off meta. I've not seen him in lane at all recently, and this game that you've seen in the gameplay is pretty much the only game that I've seen him in, and I'm playing him, so that, speaks for itself that he's not being played too much right now in the meta. So that's bad and good, being that a lot of the good Vox players can shine now, and a lot of the worst ones won't be able to use him. Two good things about Vox is his skin. His skin is really awesome. He has a really nice skin, and it's a tier 1 skin, but it's still really good looking. I think it's one of the better tier 1s out there. Another thing I have to say about Vox is that he is never a bad hero, in a way that he's never nerfed too much to where, at least has been ever nerfed to where he's, a bad hero. There's always a good time to grab Vox. You can grab Vox now, you can grab Vox in a patch from now, you could have grabbed Vox in a last patch or the last 2 patches ago. He's always in a decent place to where he's playable, and you can, always have fun with him. So you're never in a bad time to get Vox, at least is what I'm trying to say. He's also an all-around just good laner. He has great versatility, great mobility, he has really good damage, and really good attack speed, so you overall have a really solid, build for a laner right there. Also, he's really good for new mobile players, or, new Vainglory players in general. He's also good for the veteran players out there that have played, Celeste or Ringo tons of times and are really, consistent with their games. He's really good with those players as well, because, he can be taken from a beginner standpoint and, be shown how to really be good at the game, but from a veteran standpoint, really show them, the different ways to be built and stuff like that. So I think he's really good for both veteran players as well as new players in general. So overall, that is Vox. Where does he stand right now? He stands at a great point in my opinion. I don't think he's ever really been at a bad point, but that's it for today's video. Make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will be catching you guys in episode 3 of What's the Meta, which is either Rona or Fortress. Don't really know yet, but we'll see whichever one I get the best gameplay for first. So I'm out. Peace.